Right, good morning everyone. First off, apologies for the previous video. Not quite sure why, but I took 4 attempts to actually get it loaded up properly. The first couple only loaded up 3 or 4 minutes for some reason. I think it's because there wasn't enough space left on the phone, so I had to redo it, and it's now back up there properly under a different title, because it seemed that doing it under the same title, it didn't load up the same way, which I can't really make sense of. But that's now up, so apologies for that. So now we're on Wednesday. The first part of the turf's done, I'll show you that in a sec. Secondly, when you're moving turf and it's wet, don't wear pale clothes. It's been heaving down this morning. I had to turn up at 7 this morning because the turf company, although I told them not to deliver on the early shift, they delivered on the early shift. And it's been absolutely throwing it down. I mean, if you look across the valley now, you can still see how misty it is. And it's only really stopped raining about 20 minutes ago, so the ground is quite soggy. Fortunately, the lower section of the garden went down really well the other day, and although it's giving myself a pat on the back, I am super chuffed with how the actual line on the slope has gone. It's worked out really well, and from the bottom of the garden it looks even better, so I'll do a clip of that later to show you how it looks. But it's gone down exceptionally well. So the terraced area there is slightly off flat. There's a slight grade away, but it's about, I think it's 2 inches from back to the front, and it's 1 inch to 1.5 inches from this edge here to the hedge. So that's just to give it a little bit of drainage. Yes, I know it's downhill, but any kind of extra drainage to help it along will be fine, and it won't affect how their table goes on there. So now got to get the rest of this prepped. It's quite warm, so this should dry out hopefully. It's supposed to be raining all day today, but we'll just have to wait. Well, the rain didn't stay away for a massive amount of time, and I'm now very soggy. Yeah, it calmed down for a bit, but it's come back quite hard a couple of times, and then it went soft again. Now it's come back again quite hard. So I might be stuck. I'm going to hang around for a half hour, see whether it calms down again. But the weather looked as if once this was here now, where are we? It's 20 to 2. It looks like it's set to stay. But I've had a good go at trying to get that last area prepped. So the line is smooth quite well, but I can't prep it any further until it's dry, so I can actually tread it and then rake it properly to get the grading done, so it's just right. But what I have been able to do, as you can see it's not there anymore, is that cable for lighting is now in the ground. But there were some huge roots right in the line of where it was going, kind of that size. Took me about 20 minutes or so just to get those out, but that's now in the ground and done. We do have some compost in there. Got to get another 4 bags probably, and we've got some railway sleepers down there along the line. We're doing a little play space for George, so it will run down here. I'm not going to put them in today because I want to get my matting, so I can put them in the hole where they sit in, and that way I'll hold the matting in place. And we're going to get some play bark to go in there as well, which doesn't take too long to put in. Bags aren't too heavy. But yeah, I've actually got a couple of sunflowers to put in there, but they want to use this for a herb bed, so I'll probably get those in the end of the week. So we're nearly there. It'd be nice if the weather played. I'm very soggy. Right, I'll probably post this one because I don't think I'll be able to post anything else that's going to give you anything new the rest of today. So I'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's supposed to be really nice, and again so was today. we'll go fresh from there. I do have the stop motion that was going for the turf on the bottom part of the garden, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bolt that and the next bit together. Hopefully I can do that through a YouTube capture. I'll have to wait and see. Right, stay dry and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, it was certainly worth me hanging around. The sun came out and it's trying to dry everything up. The view that we had across the valley this morning was all misty. That's a hell of a lot better. Okay, now this isn't properly dry, so I haven't been able to get everything done on the grading here, but it's mostly done. What I need to do is wait for the sun the rest of this evening and overnight for this to dry off, so I can actually grade the last bit of it. And the only thing that's left is the bits of root, which again, like I said before, it'll take an hour, and any finer bits I can just take those out as I go. So there is not much left to do. I can't do any more this evening. This is just not dry enough to finish off those parts. Grass, the roots up there. Yeah, so it's literally just finishing the grading off on that line and finishing the surface across there, and there's roots. So by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning I'll start laying turf, and then we should be done tomorrow evening, which will be great. Right, okay, I'm somewhat drier than I was, but time for a shower, I think. Right, there you go, so there we are. See you tomorrow.